to do.
This meeting is being recorded.
There you go. I didn't know it said it out loud. That's super exciting. The things that I guess I don't pay attention when I'm on the other end. So anyway, good evening, guys. Big waves out there. Hello, hello, hello. So great to see everybody tonight. Super, as always, you guys know this. I'm super excited tonight. We've got a great batch of guests coming on that are going to be sharing incredible wisdom with us. I'm trying to find my slides here. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to share my screen. So tonight might be a good night, right? If you ever think, well, maybe I need a piece of paper or maybe I don't, tonight would be a great night to grab one, because I know with the humans that are sharing with us, they have wisdom, right? They have wisdom to share with each of us. So that's why I have them on here. What I do, just so you guys know, how do I pick who's going to join us? Well, I stalk people on the internet. So I go into Renew You and I go on people's personal Facebook pages and I look and see, ooh, who's rocking and rolling out there? Who is doing what I'm a selfish little turtle out here, what's doing what I need to be doing in order to grow my business. And then I ask them to come on here so that I can learn from them. And I do it for me. And I do it from you or for you. Sorry, Tammy, you have me so confused right now. You exist twice on my screen. And, oh, now you have disappeared. Okay, well, oh, there she is. Okay, anyway, if I need to make the other Tammy a co-host, let me know. No? Okay, well then I'm just not even gonna look, but that was confusing, guys. If you want to confuse me, make two of you and I will be completely stumped. But anyway, so I'm gonna share my screen, get this thing started. Excited for tonight, excited to learn from all these beautiful humans. But before we jump into that, just quick housekeeping. If you guys are wanting to know when the calls are, when are the Zooms, how do you get information, take a screenshot, hopefully you can see it, of this one little flyer. It's not completely comprehensive. I know there's other teams and there's other things, but this is a great, great start. So it's got our corporate Zooms on here. It's got our Tuesday night prospecting Zoom to learn about, the product. It's got our Thursday night prospecting Zoom to learn about the business and all kinds of good stuff. So make sure that you grab this. And then if you want a reminder, are you forgetful, right? Do you sometimes have a Zoom happen and you go, oh, shoot, I was supposed to be on there. I wanted to be on there. Well, if you want reminders, join us on Telegram. So New Age Communication 2022, jump on there, join us, and we will send you reminders every single day of the different things that we've got going on. So take a screenshot, join us on Telegram. We would love to have you. And with that, now I'm going to jump over to the meat of the call, our first rock star. And just so you know, none of your pictures are sacred. If you put it on the internet, I'm gonna steal it. So I loved this picture of you, Hill. I thought it was adorable. I don't even know where I found it. I want to say it might have even been on Valerie Randall's page, so none of you are safe, but I thought it was a great picture. And Hill, what I love the most about you is how much fun it looks like you're having on the internet. Like, isn't that what we want? Isn't that attractive when you see somebody that's having a great time, super cute husband, like doing your wife's hair, like kudos right there, like all of that, it makes you say, this is somebody that I want to know. This is somebody that's doing something in life that's interesting. So you're rocking it out there. And I was hoping that you would share with us tonight, because recently you enrolled not one, but two brand partners, like just in the last couple of days, and you're rocking and rolling. So will you just talk to us a little bit about what you're doing with the Renew system of growth and how it's helping you succeed?
Okay, well, I've never really been called adorable or attractive, so I'll take that.
There you go.
I'll take
two
it.
compliments in one call. There you go. That's it, though. That's
thank
it.
you for having me on. I appreciate it. It's just been real exciting for me. One of the guys that I had, he was the first one that I signed up. He's my high school best friend. We've been friends for years. And he came up, him and his wife came up, and they spent the night with us for our 50th class reunion. So that dates me. But I had talked to him before when we were in Belew, and he just never did do anything, never did bite. But I had been talking to him about this Renew and what it does for him. And so I had just called him and told him, I said, you know, I got him he took a 5-day trial pack with him. And he tried it and he liked it. And so, you know, I just been talking to him, trying to get him to join it. And I called him, guess what was the other day? I don't know if it's last week or yes, last week, and got him signed up, got him ready to go. And the other one was a guy I used to work with at General Motors. And I was just out and about. I was in Walmart and I just started talking to him. And most of the time what I lead into is I'll talk to conversation. You know, if a health problem comes up, I may bring up something, but a lot of times they'll ask me what I'm doing. And I'll tell them, I'm retired, but I do work with a health and wellness company. And a lot of times they'll ask, sometimes they don't, and I'll still tell them and tell them about the Renew. And so that's what I've been having the success with. The packs we've had, give them a lot of information, but I just always lead into it. My wife's always said I could talk to a brick wall, which I can, even if it doesn't talk back. But just always talking about, what it's done for me. People are watching, and people are watching you. There's people will never say or never comment or anything, and you'll see them somewhere and they'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm seeing you on the internet, or seeing you on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram," and you just never know who's watching, and they may not ever ask you a question, but then if you run into them, they may. And I will say this, anybody can do this. You just have to be willing to talk to people, which I don't have a problem with, but I've learned since we've been in this business how to kind of lead into it. I've got another guy I've got to meet next week and take him at 5. He's about 30 minutes away. We're going to have lunch. I'm going to take him a 5-pack trial pack. I'm selling my RV that we lived in for 4 years, and talking to that guy today. Well, I got his number and sent him a video this afternoon. So, and then trying to get him on the Tuesday night call. I've not had a lot of success with that, but you just got to keep trying. Just keep trying and keep talking to people. They will come, because with the product we have, it's just an amazing product. It's 68 years old. I'm still active. I still try to walk 2 miles or ride 10 miles. I just try to stay active. My health journey started when I was 18, but the products we take, it's just been an amazing journey for me and Diane.
Well, I absolutely love that. And you had some pretty good clues in there. I'm with Crystal. One, we got to go to Walmart, right? And that was the challenge I had to do last week. Letitia put that out there. I did go to Walmart. I did talk to people. Didn't quite go as far as some of you have gone, but I did talk to a stranger. So I'm proud of myself for that. But we got to all go to Walmart, maybe go to Target. You could class it up a little bit if you've got a Target near you. But then if they don't ask, tell them anyway. Yeah. Right? How many times, and that comes with confidence, right? The more we take this product, in my opinion, the more I consume it, the more confident I am. So I'll tell you this, and it's a little bit negative, but it's a positive. So just trust me in this one. I had somebody tell me that they didn't feel anything after 5 days. And I said, with complete love and confidence, "Oh, you just aren't paying attention. You better keep drinking it." Right? Because I know, I am completely confident. And that, that is one thing. If you have somebody that says, "Well, I'm not really sure." Well, you don't notice a headache when it's gone. So if you're jumping up out of the bed in the morning and you got a little bit less aches and pains, or, your joints are feeling a little bit better, or your nails are a little bit stronger, and things are positive, well, we can be a little bit oblivious to the perks, right? So if somebody doesn't quite feel it, just tell them to pay attention. So I love that so much, Hill. That was great. And then anyone can do this. It's so key. We just have to be willing to talk to people. So we'll get better at getting people on Tuesday when they're ready to hear Tuesday. Like what you're doing is absolutely, yeah. And it's working because they already signed up. So they skipped a base. We're not going to penalize anybody for skipping a base. That's okay. If you want to hit a home run, go for it, right? Go for it. You don't have to do it in singles. So great job. And so tell me, you've got these brand new people. What's the next step with them? What are we doing with them to help them take advantage of the system of growth?
Well, one of the guys, he lives in Nashville. He's got all kind of contacts. And so he had some success with it. He's a little bit older than I am. And he's had some success. And I told him, I said, Rodney, if you just talk to people and tell them about this, and he just wanted to try it, see how it worked for him. I have the other guy and his wife that I signed up talking to Walmart. And you just have to know Earl. Earl's, well, if it works for me, I'll sell it to everybody. And I said, okay. And he is a talker and and I just think he will be a good one because he's got several things that it's going to help with. Plus, he also ordered some noni. So got that product in there too. And so, sometimes they have health problems and he's got several health problems, and so I threw another product in there. He's ready to try it. Him and his wife both are.
Well, I love that so much. And that's really probably one of my favorite parts about the system of growth is that we get to start so simply. I don't have to be an expert on all of the products that we have to offer. I just have to share really other people's videos, right? So I don't have to even be an expert on Renew. I share that. And then when they get curious and want some other stuff, we'll go for it, right? Like I'm not going to stop you from shopping. Just like if somebody goes into let's say a Macy's and they're walking in there for a pair of shoes, but once they grab their shoes, they decide they want a matching belt. And once they have a belt, they realize their handbag doesn't quite go as well as they thought. And they might need a little bit of perfume and maybe some lipstick. I know, Hill, that's what you shop for. So with all of that, right?
Hey, I use the face products, I can promise.
But you draw the line there.
Not the
You're not
lipstick.
using, not the lip plumper. Okay. Well, but we enter the store. All we want is for them to walk into the store and then they can pick from the rest of it. So Hill, thank you so much.
You're very
Greatly
welcome. Thank you for asking.
Thank you. And appreciate everything that you do for us on all of these Zooms, and good luck. Can't wait to see what you guys create moving forward.
Excited
so guys,
about it.
Oh my gosh, me too. So guys, we're going to keep going. I'm going to share my screen because I love this picture. So I'm like a huge fan of the pictures tonight. So I got to say, so I love Melissa Vandirbort too. And so if you guys have not met her, you have to, because she's just a fun person. And if you were on, I actually don't know if it was on this call or maybe it was the Saturday morning call. I think anyway, one of the calls, I don't even know, but Dr. Crystal played a video of Melissa failing, right? Failing with the Renew system of growth. I wish I had that video. I should have stalked Crystal for it because it was so funny, because she quote failed because instead of selling a dang trial, she enrolled somebody, and like not even like barely enrolled, like they enrolled, like they weren't messing around. So definitely knows what she's doing here. So grateful to learn from you tonight. So let me highlight you. Hello, beautiful. How are you?
No, I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you so much for jumping on here tonight and letting us learn from you. Thank you. Thank you. Your hair looks great. That's very important.
It looks way better than that video. I'm glad you didn't share the video. It looks way better than it did in that video. It was all up in it was really bad. Thanks for not having that video though. I appreciate that.
I'm so sad. I really wish I did, because it was great. It was really great. And I don't remember your hair, but I'm sure it was lovely. But just to go back to the point of the call, right? So I know hair is important, but talk to us a little bit about what's been going on and what you've been doing with Renew System of Growth to create success in your business.
Sure. So first of all, like this is great for us because I kind of like got busy with life and things were happening. So this Renew and the new system of growth was a really easy way for me to jump back in. So anybody who's kind of been on the back burner, not making it necessarily a priority to build inside of your business, there's never been a better time for you to have something to jump in and feel like you know exactly what you're doing, because the system's there and it is so simple. So when we got to take that away, that to me was huge, because I felt like I was kind of, floundering in, like, I haven't been around for a while and there's so many products and I don't know everything about everything. And I need to know everything about everything. And I came back, I started taking Renew. So I started creating my own stories. Well, even though I was standing back from my business, I wasn't standing back from life, right? Life was still going on. I still had connections. I still had people that I was talking to, still had people that I was involved with and I care about. And I wanted to have great things happen to them, both with their finances and with their health. And so I had talked to a lady about some of our products. She was really, at that time, this is funny, because at that time I was doing skinny drops. So if you followed my page for a while, I was doing my skinny drops, but I was doing like a post a day. It was my morning workouts. I was doing my walking, and then I had a playlist. And so I did all this stuff to kind of get people talking. Basically, skinny drops were kind of thrown in there, like, did this. Well, that's originally what I had her on my call list for, because she was wanting to lose weight. Well, the reality is that she just wanted to feel better too. Like, if you feel better, then you want to do some of those things. Well, I'm sorry, what box does Renew not check whenever it comes to feeling better? Like, what? Fill me in, because I feel like it's all of it. It's everything. It is everything. So she had called me and asked me about that. And I said, yeah, we could sit down and talk about that after I get back from this. Well, we didn't. No. She said, I think I want to start a 28-day challenge. And she was going to go with a competitor that she'd used before, very clean, nothing wrong with what they have, but it wasn't Renew. I said, you want to do a 20? I'm like, really? I have a 28-day trial. She's like, oh yeah, you do? I'm like, yeah, I have it. We can do a 28-day. So I was going to throw into the Renew 28-day, right? We're going to do a 28-day challenge on Renew. So I sent her the video. Literally, I just sent her the video just so that she's like, I'm like, it's a different product than what we talked about before. We can definitely add drops in later, but I think this is a great jumpstart. She's like, yeah, I want to do that. I'm like, great. What pack do you want to start out at? And she's like, what do you mean? So I sent over, and she's like, yeah, I think I'm going to do the business pack. That makes more sense to me. Of course it does. Of course it does. It does to me as well. So all we have to do now is work with her. She's actually in another field, and so she cannot promote right now on her page. So we're going to do a host to post program where I'm going to help her get rid of all of her 20 packs. And then I'm going to find people to work with through her funnels and her people. And she's going to see basically how easy it is. And then she's probably going to jump in and be like, okay, wait, I'm not dumb. I know how to count pennies. Like, how do we do this again? Uno más, just one more time. So that's it. It's literally just talking to people, be authentically you. Nothing's too much. Like, if you want to dream big and you want to reach for the stars, you literally have got to believe that everybody wants the biggest pack available, and don't be disappointed when they don't, but don't be shocked. Be ready to move when they're ready to. Oh yeah, of course. Definitely. Let's get you signed up for that. Like, take the shock out of it. They want a piece of it. Everybody wants a piece of it. So just move.
Well, so much. So congratulations. That's phenomenal. And so much of what you said, the first thing that jumped out to me is that this Renew system of growth gave you a great place to jump back in.
Risk.
right? Life happens to all of us.
Right.
And how many people, like if you've been in the business for more than 4.5 minutes, okay, so I'm going to give you 4.5 minutes. If you've been here longer than that, then most likely you have somebody on your team that got distracted, right? They got distracted by good things, by bad things, by in between things. They just got distracted. And now we have an incredible focus point where we can hold this object up and say, hey guys, look at this. And they can jump in feeling confident and successful. So I love that. That was a great, great point. I also love that you gave us another clue. I'm writing down clues. I get more notes on these. So you were talking about a different product that doesn't matter, that you were posting a bunch of different things on your social media and then sprinkling in some clues towards your product. And we all can do the same thing. So I might talk a lot about Maddie, I know, and a lot about these little beasties that I happen to live with, but I can also sprinkle in how Renew helps me be less grumpy so I can put up with teenagers, or gives me more energy so I can chase after the dog, or whatever it may be. I'm not being super creative right now, but we can talk about our life and then give hints on how we're making it possible. So I love that. That was powerful. And then Crystal just put it like, expect the best. So when and I've done this, guys, so just know, like, I'm finding a ruler. I'm going to slap my hand because I've done this. When somebody says, I want the biggest and the best, I'm like, oh, are you, okay. And I just took it away from them because of my limiting belief. But for you to say, of course you'd want that one. That's the best one. That's what I'd recommend too. Like, you confirmed that they were on the right path instead of taking it away from them. So I love that. You're brilliant. So now what's the next step? So, oh, you had another clue. I'm sorry. I'm going to pause you there because you said what your next step was. You have this human that, if you guys heard this, she's with another company. She didn't say it quite like that, but she is, right? She still loves us. She still wanted the business pack. But what Melissa's doing is, it's called taprooting. Taprooting. Got so excited I threw my pen. So she is digging down into this woman's contact list, and she's going to grow from there. And we all have that ability. So when next time you enroll somebody, ask them for their 3 favorite people. Who are the 3 people that you think are the most like you, that could benefit the most, that want the most? And how about you reach out to them? Now, it'd be best if they kind of tied it in with you, right? And said, hey, this is my girlfriend Melissa, let's do it together. But get their permission and go taproot into those people, because you're the expert, right? Takes the fear away from her, puts the paycheck in her pocket, and helps grow the team. So I love that, Melissa. I love that. And great job. I'm gonna shut up. I'm so sorry. So tell us a little bit what you're putting out there right now. Like, what clues are you dripping into your social media to help pique people's interest?
So my social media has been a little bit dark lately. So I'm gonna be totally honest with everybody. Like, it has been a little bit quiet because I've been doing some other things. And so a lot of the work that I'm doing is the prep for, I'm expecting huge things to happen. And so me jumping back in, and this being mainly my full-time job right now, I'm doing a lot of kind of the back kind of stuff so that I can help my team explode, so that I can give them the resources that they need. So a lot of what I'm doing now is just through back through my warm market and being like, oh my gosh, can you believe so-and-so bought a business pack? I mean, I can believe it. They totally see what's going to happen, so that they can see. Now back to my warm market of people that are in the community with her are going to be like, wait, we don't want to miss out. She's not going to be the one to bring Renew into this community. Like these are my stomping grounds. So it's kind of using that as a bait to reach out to some of my people that I have that relationship with, where I can, hold their feet to the fire and make them a little nervous. So.
Well, I love that. That's brilliant. And there was another clue, guys. This has given each of us the opportunity. Like, I've been doing this for 11 years now. And you bet your bottom dollar that if I have your phone number, you've gotten a phone call from me before, right? About what I have to offer. And anytime I had something to offer, you can reshuffle that list, right? Different direction, different product, different conversation. And I love that you threw a little FOMO in there. So that's fantastic, Melissa. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations. Welcome back.
Thanks. It's
We're
great to be
so
back.
glad to have you here. So glad to have you. All right, lady. Well, thank you so much. You have a great night.
Thanks,
Thank
Cindy.
you. Of course. So are you guys getting some nuggets here? Like, I'll tell you, I'm so excited for each of these humans. So next we have Sherry. And Sherry, I have met, I believe. Sherry, we're best friends. I know we're best friends. I know we're social media best friends at the very least. But I've been stalking you all over social media and you are doing phenomenal things. So thank you. Let me highlight you. Oh, you disappeared. Talk to me.
Hey, I'm here.
There you are. I'm like, talk to me because I can't find you and I want to spotlight so everybody can see you. So Sherry, thank you so much for jumping on here tonight.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, for sure.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm excited to learn from you. So talk to us a little bit. Tell us what you are doing to create all the stir that you are creating with the Renew system of growth.
Yeah, so my situation is a little bit different in the sense that I'm in a small town and I own the health food store in our small town. And I have owned that for several years. And so I'm in this really nice community of people who are already in the mindset of healthy living for the most part. And, I do nutrition coaching. I am on the same team with Steve Teglis and Carrie Hicks, those of you guys that kind of know that team. But so that gives me a really unique platform to start with. I have made some changes recently with my store. I went from a brick and mortar store and moved into a vendor booth type situation. And so just to cut back on some overhead and things like that. But it doesn't change the fact that I still have this really great platform on social media, not only just my personal social media, but also the store as well. So, for me, it's just, I don't know Hill, but I love hearing him share earlier. And I'm kind of that same way where I can just talk to everybody. I make friends with everybody. It's almost a joke in our family, even when we're, away from home. My grown daughters will be like, "Oh, Mom, do you have to talk to everybody?" But I enjoy it. I like getting to know people. And I do think there's a foundation there that the more that you do that and you kind of step for those people that's not second nature for them, you get out of your comfort zone. Strangers that you're standing next to at the supermarket or, at the hair salon. My husband and I just got back from an anniversary trip at Disney. So if you've been there, you're standing in line forever with people, and we make friends with people, in line where we go and just chat with people and get to know people. So that's where it starts, is just creating relationships. And the more you do it, the easier it gets, for sure. And just getting to know people is kind of where it starts out. So,
well, I did not realize your pedigree, right? That's pretty phenomenal that you have the background that you have and you're loving Renew. So I think it's another thing that we all can walk around like a little bit taller, because
right.
There's all of these people from all these educated, skilled walks of life that are like, oh no, this stuff is good.
Yeah.
So I love that so much. And I think, telling us all, myself, get out of that comfort zone and just create connection with people.
Yeah.
And we all can.
Yeah,
and that connection leads to the conversation. So once you get somebody on a trial, what's your next step?
And so, for me, I do have, like I mentioned earlier, I have the the store itself, I have my social media page. So, I am kind of sprinkling stuff on my social media. Kind of like what was mentioned before, I post a lot of just life on social media. We're an active family, and I think that speaks, of volumes just in the activity that you have in your life. Even I'll be 50 years old next year, and a lot of people that are my age are struggling. They're struggling just to keep up with life. And I think that, all we have to do is just let people know what we're doing. And people are watching. I mean, we've said that over and over again, people are watching, and you don't have to project perfect, perfect life and being in the world of nutrition. It's real easy for people to think, oh, well, you're, always watching what other people are eating, or you eat perfect yourself. And that's not, we don't want to portray that. I don't want to portray that ever, that, everything's perfect and you're doing all the right things. But I think just living life. But so when I have someone who gets a 5-day trial, either they have responded to something I've posted on social media, or maybe they've picked it up in my store. And in the situation with my store, now that I am out of my brick and mortar and I am in a rental, so I'm a store within a store, I don't always have face-to-face interaction with people. And so what I did was I actually took, and I know this is backwards, but I wrote a little note on my 5-day trial that basically just says, hey, I'm excited that you've chosen this product, and I want to know when you start it. Send me a text message. And I've had several people that have picked these up from my store when I wasn't there. And then they would shoot me a text message and say, hey, Sherry, just want to let you know, I picked up that 5-day trial. And this is at $25. I mean, this is a game changer. I've been selling RX products, new age products for almost 5 years in my store. And to have a $25 product. Now, I sold, when we first got Renew, I immediately put a lot of the products that we sell into sample packs. So I put Renew into a 7-day sample pack almost immediately upon release. The difference is we didn't have this beautiful marketing that goes along with it that we do now. So I'm very, very thankful for this. But once somebody lets me know, I actually, and I posted this the other day, and I think that's probably what Andrea was seeing. I posted on on the Renew page. I have a notes file within my phone where I have numbered how many packs that I have. And I'm kind of a go big or go home girl. So when I left Florida the other week, Orlando, at the conference, I came home with 50 5-day trial packs. So I have a lot to sell. I've sold 14, I guess what's it been, 3 weeks, 14 of those so far, and converted 6 to monthly customers, I believe. But I have a list. And so every time I sell one, I put somebody's name on there. And then once they confirm with me what their start date is, I list that as well. And then I have a little code system for, when I've sent them a text. But I have a first day, a third day, and a 5th day text. Dr. Crystal, I loved, I used some of her information that she did for her text and made it a little more personal. But the follow-up, that's such the key, because life is busy. People are busy. And so it's not that they're not enjoying the product, but there's something about just that interaction with people, just a quick text. Even though I was on vacation last week, while I'm standing in line waiting to ride a roller coaster, I'm looking at my list, seeing, okay, what day is this person on? They're on day 3. I'm gonna follow up with them, with this text. And if you didn't see, I posted some of those responses, and they were just awesome. I mean, people are loving the product, and it just makes it so easy to roll it over to that monthly, and then working on getting some of those folks are already brand partners, because I've got a lot of existing customers and existing brand partners that are jumping on this particular product that have not really paid attention to it in the past as well. But the follow-up is super important, making it easy. So my notes that I have in my phone, Now I have the list of people, but I also have the links to the video that has the information. I have the link in that note for the brand partner video. I have the pictures so that if somebody is interested, I don't have to go digging for that stuff. It is already organized in my phone under my Renew Notes file, and I could just click, click, click and send it or airdrop it or whatever I need to do right there on the spot.
Oh my goodness. Well, Sherry, you just like, I love this so much. So one of the things that you said that was so key, and this is kind of why we want to live our life a little bit publicly, right? Where you talked about your activity shows how you're feeling.
Mhm.
So if I feel like a potato and I look like a potato and I'm sitting around like a potato, I'm not going to have a lot to put out there and whatever, right? But if I'm riding bikes or running around with the kids or all going to Disney and riding the rides and walking through the park all day, right? That shows that you're feeling good. And people might not ask, but eventually you're going to hear, what are you doing? Like, I'm exhausted just thinking about your week. And you're like, huh, I feel so great. Right.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I love that. And then being organized, like you just talked
Yeah.
about the power of organization. And I know we can get busy. I know we can get scattered, but you're setting yourself up for success and you're treating it like a business,
Yes.
right? So having that all organized, follow up, like you guys heard, she asked them to let her know when they start so that she can put them into her little pipeline and say, okay, day 1, don't forget, blah, blah, blah. Day 3, day 5, all right, how much longer do you want to feel good for? Do you want to do another 28 days, right? I love that so much gold, make it easy. And who doesn't love that ratio?
Yeah.
She bought 50. She's already moved for like, congratulations, that's awesome. That's what we all need to do, right? Because what? That motivated you to move them.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
So,
I mean, it was a great price, and you know, again, my situation's a little bit different having the store, but I believed in the product, and so I committed to it. One thing I want to include, and you know, I made a couple of notes here, and there's something that I learned a long time ago, you know, just in another area of my life, but something that I continue to use is, you know, it's not our responsibility to say other people's no's for them. I think a lot of times in a lot of different areas in our life, we decide somebody else's no. Our responsibility is to share the information and then give them the ability to decide, you know, if it's a no or if it's a yes. But when we look at somebody or we analyze, you know, their circumstances or, you know, all the different things that we do, in our minds where we have decided, oh, well, this person would never want to do this, or, you know, all the different things, but that's not okay. Like, we don't get to do that, or we shouldn't get to do that. We just need to share the information, then give them the ability to say that yes or no.
well, that's gold. So thank you so much,
You're
Sherry.
welcome.
Greatly appreciate you.
You're
Thank you for letting me stalk and learn from you on social media. So you're sharing a lot of wisdom tonight and we appreciate it. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Well, guys, okay, we got one last human, like last but not least, we have our very own Tammy Melchisedeck. And Tammy, I'm not sure which one of you to highlight. So I'm going to look on the screen and maybe say something on the one.
It's me. I'm right
Okay.
here. Can you see me?
Okay, I have 2 of you. So,
That's
but
all
it's
right. Yeah, the other one's Jer Bear, so he's on my other.
okay. I'm like, if you figured out how to clone, that would be phenomenal. So, guys, if you do not know Tammy, you want to. So, dynamic woman. She's had a lot of success in our industry. She has created a very big organization, spanning quite a bit of time over there in Colorado Springs. And I invited her on tonight to share the Renew system of growth, but from a little bit different perspective. Because, you know, some people are just getting started in the industry. They're brand new. Maybe they've, you know, this is kind of their first run maybe for a big team or big success, and I know we're all going to get it. But then there's the other end of the spectrum that's already created something, already has this huge organization, and as a leader, how it's still helping you create something phenomenal for your business. So if you wouldn't mind kicking us off, just starting with your story, tell us a little bit about who Tammy is and what you've created in our beautiful industry.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Hey, everybody, wave at me. Let me know you're still awake. I am so glad to be here tonight. I have been in this business about 8.5 years in this industry, and I came from a completely different background. I had no network marketing experience, knew nothing about it virtually. But I had a huge desire for financial freedom for myself and my husband. And so that was the catalyst. I come from the Limu group. So if you're from the Limu tribe, wave to everybody. We are the Limu people. And Limu changed all of our lives. We continue to drink it. It's such a phenomenal product. In fact, it reminds me so much of Renew in so many ways. Because it's a product, once you start on it, you use it for the rest of your life. You enjoy it. Same is true with Limu. Once you started with it, we have people still drinking Limu, right? For 9 years, we're still drinking it because we love what it does. And that's what Renew is. I believe it's very much a similar product that expands from young to old and all plethora, male, female, all kinds of different issues. It affects people in a positive way. And that's what I love about Renew. So that's my background. I live in Colorado Springs. I have 4 adult children, 7 grandsons, and my life is very busy. But I want to talk to you just a little bit. Andrea and I chatted earlier today, just kind of about some of the things that I've tried. And this is the other thing. I want to just encourage everyone on here. There's no perfect way to do this. There's no perfect way. Take the pressure off. Don't put so much pressure on yourself, because I sat and listened to Melissa and I was like, oh, I love what she did there. And, I listened to Hill and I said, oh, I need to try that. And I thought, oh, I love that suggestion of writing on the back of my, my 5-day trail. So hopefully that's what this is to encourage you to try some new things. And yes, have fun with it. Have fun with it. So my philosophy, at least for social, do you want me to jump into this, Andrea, on social media?
Yeah, jump away.
Okay. With social media is I have to be myself. And we talk about this a lot. But one of the things I love, and if you've watched anything on my social media, is I love good food. I love cooking, and I love hospitality. But I want you to know that when I post these things, I do it intentionally. Be a person of intention. Bring value. So I try to post in something that I love, something that can be shared of value, because the thing that does for you, it boosts your algorithms and more people see and get to know who you are. And so they're going to learn to trust you or respect you, or they're going to say, oh, she's not just this, she's also this, this, and this. And so I love that idea you gave, Andrea. I was just up in Breckenridge last week in the mountains, and it was absolutely incredible. And I was out there hiking with my sister, and there was a river right behind us. And I said, I'm going to take a picture of this because I'm going to do a post on the Fountain of Youth. I have found the Fountain of Youth, and I took a picture of that. Funny, I'm on my hat and we're all, but I got so many hits on that. It was crazy. I probably had 25 people reach out to me personally on my messenger, on the messenger, and say, what is Renew? And so that's just those kind of things. And I also loved Sherry's idea of notes. I do the same thing. I set notes in my phone where I have all the links that I use all the time, and I have the process. And so I want to just read something to you. This is my standard response. And also let me share one other thing with you, is that when someone reaches out to you on Messenger, I want to really encourage you to get on your voice, put on the little microphone, and say, hey, this is Tammy. You're not to say that you're me, but whoever you are. Hey, this is Tammy Melchisedeck. I am so thankful you reached out to me. Thank you for taking the time. How are you? It's good to, if I know them, I'll make a comment. If I've never met them before, which are a lot of people, I'll say, it's so great to have a voice connection. After the last 2.5 years, I want as much as possible to connect directly with people. I don't know why. People love it. It connects with them so deeply if they hear your voice. Now, let me give you an example. So this is one example that I use if I'm not using my voice, or I'm coming back around for a second time because we know it's not just the first time. You need 3 good exposures for most people to get them to make that decision. But this is just one example of a sample that has been wildly successful for me for whatever reason. And I can put it in I can't put it in the chat, Andrea. Maybe we can send it out later. I can send it to you, but it's, I just,
Tammy, hold on a second. Tammy, I think you're frozen.
But I'm frozen.
Oh, hold on. You're back.
Am I
Yeah.
back?
Well, you were for a second. I have a screenshot of what you sent me earlier. Do you want me to share it?
Sure.
Okay, so, and I could hear you again right there. So I think this
Okay.
is where you're going.
Yep.
Is that what you're, okay.
So it's just, hello, beautiful Christina. Here is the information on Renew. I have loved the results. The first link is the PDF to the product. That's what I sent first. The second link is the slide deck on what HGH is and how Renew works. And the third is a one-time discounted link for the 28-day trial. Now, if you're interested in the 5-day trial, I'll ship it to you, 25 plus 5 for ship. Let me know how I can answer any of your questions, Christina. So here's your tips. Use their name. Affirm them. People love to hear their name. Use their name. Even if you don't know who they are, use their name. People love their name. It's the most personal thing they have. And then affirm them. Affirm something about who they are. Something that if you know them, affirm them. So it's a very positive response. They feel good reading it. Now, this particular woman, I actually sent that information to. This was just yesterday. I sent this one to Christina. And she said, does it help you lose weight? And so I got the back of the box. I took a picture of it. It says, helps you with body fat. I didn't even answer the question. I sent her the back of the box and I said, just read this. And she came back and she said, what else do you have for losing weight? I said, we have skinny drops. I have a pack of Renew plus the skinny drops. Would you like me to send you the link? Yes, I would. Now she's getting a 28-day trial plus the skinny drops. It's what you talked about, Andrea. I don't know what she's there for, but as I start to have a conversation with her, I realize it's weight loss she's after. And so now I sent her a one-time, and I love Crystal saying, don't ever discount your link. I get that. But in this particular time, I'm just sharing what I'm doing. I tell people it's a one-time discounted link. Why? Because I want them to upgrade to the 28-day trial. I want them to have a really fabulous experience. So I would say probably I've sold quite a few of the 5-day trials, but I've sold many more of the 28-day trials. And that's what I call it, folks. I call it a 28-day trial. Do you want the 5-day trial? Or do you want the 28-day trial? And the 28-day trial, I'm coming back to them at the half-month period. I'll say, can you reach out to me when you've been taking it for 2 weeks? Let's get back together. I want to see how you're doing and how you're experiencing with it. So fabulous. So one last thing I wanted to talk about was, so I started a couple on the 5-day trial. They each got a 5-day trial. They felt good by day 3. I said, why don't you guys start on the 28-day pack? By the time I got done talking to both of them, they wanted the Renew, they wanted Limu, they wanted Noni. They got a business pack of products because I took the time to walk them through the process. So realize I don't always get a win, folks. I don't always get a win. I have many people that say to me, oh, that's not what I need or not what I'm looking for, but that doesn't matter. I keep going because I know that there are people that are waiting for that opportunity of a product like Renew. So think of Renew as a lifetime product. We don't take it, we drink it. It's a nutrient. It does stuff for our bodies. It's not a medication. We drink the product. We drink Limu, we drink Renew. And just some of those words, I think, really help to teach people why this is such a transformational product. So I hope that was helpful. Those are some of the things that I'm doing. And I'm thankful to find some success with them.
Well, we love it. There were so many keys. I love that you said there's no perfect way. Because do you ever, like, I know that I can get distracted. Like, I'm like, ooh, that's how Tammy did it. So I change everything I've been doing. And then I start doing it the way Tammy did. Then Melissa talks and I'm like, ooh, now I'm going to do it like Melissa. And I completely change. And then Hill and then Sherry. And I can give myself whiplash, just constantly adjusting. So I love that we can all just put our own flavor, but then the system is so simple that we just put ourselves in it. So I love that. I love that you talked about intention. I think when you said that, it made me think of Buffy Wallen and Ashley Paulson, because they're two of the most intentional women that do exactly what you're talking about. Like they plan out their behavior, plan out what they're going to do so that they are creating the success that they want. So I love that. And then you just brought, I'm not going to read everything off, but a lot of great notes. So thank you. And now talk to us a little bit. If I want to learn more, right? So I want to be successful with the Renew system of growth. Yes. I want to be successful with my social media. I want to be able to build a big business. What would you suggest that I do? Where can I go? Give us some clues right here, Tammy. What's next for us?
I give you a clue. Well, I'm telling you, we are hosting a regional event here in Colorado. And the date on that is going to be Saturday, the 8th of October. I don't know if you have the link for the tickets in there or if you have it available, but we'll put it also in the Telegram chat. But the tickets are for the Saturday training. Now, why does this matter, folks? This is so huge. We have Tracy flying in and Brent Palmer and Dr. Crystal Vance training on how to use this system of growth. We're going to do some interactions. We're going to do some role playing. We're going to do some question and answer. We're going to learn how to talk about this product and move people through first, second, third, and home run. And so if you are in the 5-state region of wherever we are, please make an attempt to come on Saturday. It's limited seating. But here's the other exciting thing. For Friday night, folks, for any brand partner that goes out and moves 10 of these 10-day trials, 10 of these that you got at the conference, right? We are going to have a special Colorado surprise for you Friday night that you're going to qualify for. You will not want to miss it. It'll be late Friday afternoon into Friday evening. And so if you're coming, make sure you're here by about 2 o'clock on Friday. We have something special for you. We've planned this for you. This is the reason we want you to move these is so that you've got people in your pipeline for on Saturday when we train, you can push that information through. You have a way to work what we're going to teach you on Saturday. If you've never been to a regional event, they're so wonderful because they're smaller. You have more time with the leaders. You have more opportunity to actually grow your business, to ask questions. And so I really want to encourage you, get your ticket. It includes lunch. Basically, that's what your ticket is paying for. It includes lunch there. And it's a beautiful facility right by the lake, real close to our home here. And so it's taking it to the next step. Now, I want to just encourage you with one last thing. If right now, wherever you're at in your business, wherever you're at, just think, where are you at? Are you happy with where you're at in your business? Are you thriving with where you are in your business? Or do you feel like you need a little push? You need some encouragement. You need to be around a group of people that are going to push you into the next level. If you need a little bit more, if you need a little bit more in your business and you need a little bit more in your mindset and you need a little bit more of community, I want you to put one in the chat right now. Do it. One in the chat. I want to see. Andrea, thank you for being the first one to chime in. Who else? Joan, Darla. Look at all these people. Yes. Why are we putting one in here? Because we have been created we are created for community and we are created for success in community. This business can never be done alone, folks. You have to link arms with each other. We have to link arms. We have to encourage each other. We have to speak truth and hope and encouragement over each other, because we leave that place and then we go out into the world and we share this wonderful opportunity. But if we aren't filled up here, then we have nothing to give out there. So we want you to come and get filled up. We want you to come and be encouraged. We want you to come and experience beautiful Colorado. I promise you, if you make the investment to come, it will be well worth your while for yourself as well as your business.
Well, goodness gracious, if anybody was not planning on it, I think they're all planning on attending now. So thank you so much, Tammy. Cannot wait. I'm counting down the days already. That's going to be phenomenal. You guys put on some great events. Cannot wait. And thank you for all the wisdom that you shared with us tonight. Greatly appreciate you and your willingness to share your chat and your conversation and your tips. So thank you so much, lady.
Thank you. Love to everybody.
Well, thank you guys. I hope you all got value. I hope that you all just got one little nugget that you can put into play to grow your business this week, because I want that for everyone. I just want everyone to thrive. So thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate you tuning in with us tonight. Look forward to seeing you all week on the Coach's Corner. And thank you for every single person that contributed. You guys were all amazing. I got 5 pages of notes. Can't wait to put it to use. So thank you guys. Have a great night.
Thank you.